that in respect to the income tax amendment bill, although I submitted it to the committee on closer scrutiny, we realized that the bill had already been assented to on the 19th of November. So I've written to the President to advise that if the amendments he wants to make, the Minister of Finance should come now with separate proposals, because the bill is already law. So the income tax amendment bill is already law.
This revelation by Speaker of Parliament Rebecca Kadaga that the income tax amendment bill was signed into law by President Yoweri Museveni on the 19th November has sparked off an uproar from the civil society organizations.
This is quite very, very unfortunate. We are very disappointed. But it also provides us an opportunity to think of what happens when an omission is done. What can we do as citizens?
Now the civil society budget advocacy group wants to petition the Constitutional Court.
That proposal is discriminatory because it treats a special category of people. That proposal is wrong because it makes it is going to set a very bad precedent that other people are not going to pay taxes. But also that proposal is actually illegal because the Constitution is very clear that the power to determine taxation proposals is vested in the government but not in the legislature.
Earlier, the activists conducted a countrywide campaign opposing the move and collected over 5 million signatures from Ugandans. The implementation of the law means Uganda Revenue Authority will lose about 50 billion shillings.
Our calculation, actually, we have an average of 49 to 52 billion on an annual basis.
The coordinator of the budget advocacy group, Julius Mukunda, says this will lead to budget cuts and affect the funding of many sectors.
That the government of Uganda to finance its priorities and programs, for government of Uganda to give us the medicine, to put in health centers, buy textbooks, give us water, get electricity, it must get money, it must collect money. Budget for education has been reduced from 2.4 trillion to 2.3 trillion. The budget for health has been reduced from 1.8 trillion to 1.2 trillion. The budget for agriculture has reduced from 800 billion to 700 billion. The Ministry of Health required 5 billion, just 5 billion, to recruit 3,000 health workers. Just to build a classroom costs around 22 million. So you can imagine how many classrooms 50 billion could end up doing in this country.
According to the civil society group, this could also translate into the construction of 2,272 classrooms to accommodate about 113,636 pupils. Now the activists are pushing for a referendum to ask Ugandans whether MPs should be exempted from paying taxes on their allowances.
The Constitution gives us the powers. We invoke Article 255 of the Constitution that guarantees a citizen's right to demand for a referendum.
But the exemption, if effected, will only affect allowances on fuel mileage, town running and purchase of vehicles. The MPs will continue paying taxes on their salaries, gratuity and committee sittings. Each MP is paid a monthly salary of 11.1 million shillings, which attracts a monthly pay-as-you-earn payee of 3.3 million shillings. This means each member pays about 40 million shillings in taxes annually on salary alone. Each MP also is paid a gratuity of 40 million shillings annually, attracting taxes amounting to 16 million shillings. They also paid a committee seating allowance of 50,000 shillings, and 40% of it is taxed. Jjingo Francis, NTV.